Let us be gay. Let us be grateful. Let us be the gayest thing you've ever seen. Marcus.
Hey guys, what's up?
Welcome to the Straight Podcast. We'll be discussing all things that are not LGBT.
I just hate gay people. You know what I do love though? Tits. Can we just discuss tits?
A nice pair of pecs on it. Wait, what?
For fuck's sake, I gave you one fucking job.
I can't do anything straight. I'm sorry.
Hi guys, welcome to episode 2 of Marky In the Mix, the Pride episode with Robbie
Abundance.
Abundance.
Of the legendary House of Abundance, no less.
No less.
No less. I haven't walked with them. I just decided that I'm part of them.
Clarence, I've been to Clarence. So tell us about yourself.
So I am a Scottish man living in New Zealand, embodiment of the god of mischief, chaotic 30-year-old, talented, beautiful, and incredibly humble. I also love drink.
So why are you gay?
Mostly for the tax brackets.
And you don't have to donate blood.
And you never have to donate blood.
Which is great, although they now tell you to lie. I was watching this thing the other day, and apparently when you go to get your blood taken, the doctors just say that if you're gay, you just lie about it.
But also, I don't know if anyone deserves my blood, you know? She's been taking PrEP for so many years, it's basically fucking chemical.
Exactly, and isn't it you can't have sex with a guy within 3 months?
It's the homophobia that's underneath. It's you can give blood if you're gay, but you can't have had sex with a man in a year.
So basically, if you're gay, you can give blood. Just don't act on it, because that's the sin.
That's the sin. You can't have any faggotry blood going through those straight people's systems.
Quit being a faggot.
Literally, it hits the heart and then Ariana Grande appears in their head and then they just have a cardiac and die anyway.
Hi, I'm Ariana Grande. Glinda from Wicked.
That's how straight people catch the gay. I've heard.
Because I was 15 when I found out. Well, I was 15 when I realised what being gay was. I was I was late to the party. I was a late bloomer. I found out I was gay at 15, which is hilarious. Because I remember when I told my parents, they were like, "But you never even had a girlfriend."
And you're like, I know.
And then and then my dad agreed. I don't think they're going to watch this. But my siblings will.
This could be the rocket launcher to fame and fortune that we deserve. Because we're currently on a champagne lifestyle, but a Prosecco budget, which is not the thing. I want real mimosas, you know?
Yeah, not the mimosas that I make at work, in which I have to fucking strain the orange juice. Otherwise, it's like deep-throating an orange.
And there's only one lumpy substance that I'm prepared to swallow.
Pride. So I thought today we should start with some Bible reading.
It is what the Lord would have wanted. That's what he meant by let Jesus come inside you, right? This is why I don't use condoms. The church told me not to.
See, I told you earlier. So when I went into the elevator, because you messaged me being like, I'm on my way. So I went into the elevator to go down, and I fucking kid you not, one of my neighbours was singing, "Our God is an awesome God."
They knew.
I don't know her.
They could sense the faggotry.
I don't know her, but I was like, I guess I'm not the only one getting ready for Pride Month. I expect to see her at the Big Gay Out. I expect to see her performance.
I have a placard that says something about me going to hell so that I can have a placard being like, at least I've got a window seat for the road there.
I want Mary to wear a modest dress that only exposes a little bit of the collarbone. Not too much, because that's a sin. That exposes a little bit of the collarbone. I want the dress to go down to her ankles. I don't care if she gets heat stroke.
But the gag is, it's a tearaway, and one of, I don't know, Donna Summer starts to play, and she's like, "Let's dance, dun dun, let's dance, dun dun," and then Mary turns around, rips it off, bodycon.
She rips off, she turns around, she has a puff of smoke, she turns around, whips off her dress. She's a man.
And she's like, "I was trans all along, bitch."
Hey guys, my name's Clifford. Welcome to the Big Gay Out.
Hooray! I'm excited. We're both there. We're
Yes.
both there if you want to see us.
Come to the Big Gay Out, Coyle Park, February 16th. We'll do a meet and greet. I'll be offering lubes and condoms because that's my job.
And I'll be surveying people on their knowledge of STIs and HIV because she's a she's a research girly now.
She is a research girly. And I would call you the... Have you seen Pokemon?
Yes.
I would call you the Ash Ketchum because you've caught them.
Oh my god. I mean, they do have a pretty extensive file on me. I got one of the first 50 vaccines against monkeypox in the UK.
Wait, really?
Yeah. They were like, she's high risk. Because I'm honest. I know all of these slutty homos that they go into their like free monthly and they're like, oh, so I've slept with like 4 people since my last test. I walk in and I'm like, ballpark, cleared the 70s, less than 108.
4 people? I do 6 in a day. Sometimes at the same time.
That was Tuesday.
No. I'm surprised, actually, that you didn't go home with anyone on Sunday night. I was fully expecting... I just hit my mic. I'm so sorry, guys. I fully expected you to meet at least 4 people, but it was so dead.
It was dead.
It was dead.
Apart from that guy that was choking me out.
Yeah. Does anyone... Let us know in the comments if you... I would have cried.
I liked it.
Well, no, you did, you slut. But like, if someone starts like choking me, I don't know how I would respond.
Oh no, I like the little Maid Marian wispy situation, you know. Fear for the life.
No, it's the fact that because you turned around to me and you were like, and I was like, I love that for you. Yes,
But
let's
also, are
go.
you okay?
And also, my own personal taste. You can hate me all you want. I thought he was really unattractive.
I mean, same apart, but he had nice eyes. He had nice eyes and big hands.
I'm pretty sure he's high as fuck.
I'm pretty sure he was homeless. But I like rough trade, you know.
So if you're homeless, watching, reach out to Robbie.
Yeah.
His address will be in the description below.
You can just post me some nudes and I'll decide. But he wanted to go home with me, and then when he assumed that he wanted to go home, he assumed I would take him home, which if he hadn't assumed, I probably would have. But then because I felt like he'd taken my power, I was like, I'm here dancing with my friend, Marcus.
And also, I love how he asked to go to your house, because he wouldn't have asked you to go to his. Open the door of JOI. Well, here we are.
It's just the doorway in that closed place next to Little Turkish.
He lives in.
It's actually
he actually lives in Little Turkish.
He is Little Turkish.
That's how they get me.
I just can't. It's the island boys, the ones that look like they might kill me, and the daddies as well. I've said for years, do your duty as a gay man. Fuck a veteran.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I was watching Beast Games with Jake the other day, and there's this guy, he's a contestant, he's like 54, his like tag is devoted father. Grey, silver daddy. Anyway, we're watching this, and I said, oh, I really want him to win. And Jake's like, why? And I was like, because he's fucking hot. And Jake was like, well, I love that for you.
I mean, Jake is older than you. Oh my God, can we start calling Jake daddy? When he asks me to do things at work, I'll be like, yes, daddy.
I call him at work, I like to call him sir.
It's
Just to take... No, because I'd never call him Jake at home. It's always like babes or honey. Uncle. It's always... It's like, I like, hi babe, or like, hi honey, or like, oh, it's your little puppy. But at work, I'm like, Jake, can you fix this till, please? Sandra's been waiting for at least 5 minutes for her vodka soda.
God forbid.
I know. And that's what I love. I love it when people at work, like customers, get really pissy with me. They'll come in and be like, hi, I waited at least 2.5 seconds for this Prosecco, and you've not even poured it.
It's the ones that are like, can I pay whilst you're shaking a cocktail? And you're like, bitch.
I would never start making a drink until they've paid.
Well, I mean when you're on dispense, when you're not even one of the girlies taking the payments, and they come up and they can see that you're doing shit, and then they're like, can you come and do this for me?
I used to love it when they come up to you and be like, hi, do you work here? No, I just really love the brand.
Love the merch.
The merch is great. And the fact that they're selling merch now, I really want a hoodie.
I kind of want the hoodie.
I really want
But
the
I would
hoodie.
never wear it. I'm always too hot in this country.
I know, like, even during winter.
I'm from, like, -3.
That's the thing. That's, like, the only thing I miss about, like, the UK.
I don't miss it.
The only thing I miss about the UK is how much I don't hate it enough. No, I miss the UK solely because of my family. Like, all my older siblings live in the UK.
I'm like, they can come to me.
I mean, yeah.
They were like, it's your granddad's 80th. I was like, he can come to me.
He's had a lot of birthdays.
It's a, 25-hour flight. Take a Valium.
I know, but like, my brother's getting married next year, and he lives in the UK, and I'm gonna fly out, and I've realised I've got to save $5,000 to fly to the UK and back. It's expensive.
Get
Like,
GoFundMe. GoFundMe.
How would I tagline it? My brother's getting married.
Looking for pay pigs. Actually, we are looking. Well, I'm definitely looking for a pay pig. So if you want someone that'll intimidate you and make you feel like shit, and then make you give them all your money, at Robbie Abundance.
No, because for a bit of context, sometimes when I speak to you, it's like, when in like Hollywood movies, where all the main characters are blonde apart from the one brunette, and they're all like having lunch together, and you're like sat at the table with like the mean girls who want to befriend them at the beginning of the movie. Camp Rock, when Demi Lovato's character's like, yeah, my mom works for like this Chinese company, right?
That is
sometimes,
an iconic moment.
sometimes Robbie is the mean girl. I fully believe that.
I'm the mean girl with a heart of gold.
I love her, but
it's because I feel like it's the two. I don't want to sound like I'm too bipolar, but I'm kind of bi. But that's the gay thing, Pride Edition.
oh yes.
Let me take it to the struggle. Look at this beautiful flag while I tell you about my childhood trauma. So I used to get beaten. No, I'm kidding.
I used to get beaten up.
When I was growing up, because I'm a bit older than you, like, I thought I was the only one. Bitch. Because I knew I liked men the whole time. Robbie
came out of the womb
in a pair of
said-
Louboutins and was like, yes, mama cunt, yeah.
You came out the womb. You went, you know what, darling? You did such a fucking great job. Oh my god.
My dad was one of those like typical working class, arguably inappropriate like builder men, and I remember he used to have in his little like, I don't even know what you would call it, but like he'd sit at the table with his fucking Daily Star or whatever the fuck,
Oh,
the
no,
one
not
with the
Daily
tits
Star.
out, the one with the models, the glamour models, but he would he would show me like the models. I remember I must have been like 3, and he's like yeah, he didn't have visitation rights for a long time, but he would be like, and I would be like,
What
no,
do you think of that bird?
I'd be like, no, thank you. No, thank you. And then I was like 4 or 5. I Don't Want to Rock DJ by Robbie Williams came out. This is back in the day when MTV was legit only music videos. And it was #1 for ages. Now, context, at the end of the video, he strips. And I vividly remember when Robbie Williams would take his clothes off. And I was like 4 or 5. But in this day, Section 28 hadn't been repealed yet. So, like, literally there was no gay shit anywhere. Like, not in the media, nowhere.
Yeah.
And I truly thought that I was the only gay. And then when I didn't know what gay was, but I knew, like, kids started to, like, pick on the camper, like, more feminine gay, like, guys. And I worked out real fast if I was the funny one, then
They wouldn't pick on you.
They wouldn't pick on me. So I think if I was allowed to grow up as me, Robbie's actually an introvert. But the one I created to fit in and hide the gayness is like extrovert, loud, party, funny. And now that I'm in my gay adolescence at 30, where I've like now fully learned who I am.
31.
Almost 31.
Fucking ancient cunt.
I'm going to get some nipple piercings and a Prince Albert so I can just become daddy.
The Prince Albert.
The Prince Albert is actually booked. She's booked.
Oh, you booked it?
It's happening in March.
For your 31st?
For my 31st. My 31st birthday present to myself is a stab in the dick. And I'm a bottom, so it's fine.
That's what I said. No, but like...
But the piercer
New
was
decade,
like...
new hole.
He was going through like the procedures for keeping everything clean, and he was like, remember, only your piss is sterile to you. Don't let anyone piss on it. And I was like, why do you know me?
But like, going back to...
I was like, have you seen me anywhere? Any videos on Twitter? I don't know. Anyway, back.
I digress.
Anyway, I digress. Pinning that. I think I have the two Robbies now because I created one, and now that being gay is fine and everyone loves the gays as long as you're white and a man. Like, as long as you are, Trump's not a Trump America gay. By the way, this is a PSA to every gay man in America who voted for Trump. What the fuck? That's all I need to say.
I just want to add on to that. The village people. You're done.
Done.
You're done.
Do you know the guy who wrote that claimed it was never a gay anthem? Why is there a leather daddy police officer?
Exactly.
Bullshit.
They went to Tom of Finland once.
They blew Tom of
They-
Finland. Tom of Finland blew them.
They were Tom of Finland.
They were Tom of Finland.
I was in a band.
A band? Did you play guitar?
I played the recorder.
Oh my god.
I was in the church choir. We recorded the Everyday People, and I was one of the leads. I can't sing.
Neither can anyone at church though, because it doesn't matter because you're singing to God. And they're non-judgmental.
I really hope my parents aren't watching this. My dad's on the worship team.
Worship? What do they do? Do they just sit around in a circle? Worship to me means a really different thing.
No, he sings.
Oh, so it's not when you undress a man and like worship him. Oh, doesn't do that anymore, out of fashion.
Retired.
I wonder when I'll become the worshipee. Because it's normally like bigger, more muscled men that are like, come and lick my armpits. And I'm like, okay.
I don't.
Only if you call me a slut.
I don't get the whole armpit thing. This episode is very much 18 plus, by the way. Just throwing that one out there. If YouTube ever tries to claim this, it's homophobia. I don't get the armpit thing. I honestly don't. I think it's like the whole like same with foot fetish. I always wear socks. I hate feet. I honestly hate feet.
I
And
love the armpits. Love.
Can I ask why?
I don't know. It's like, I think it's like, it depends on like what's part of the spectrum of like into men you are. Because like, I like the childhood trauma again. I think I'm from a very working class town where everyone's a tradie, so I am now programmed to find like real mask tradie kind of dirty, fresh off of the fucking day on the work site men attractive, and I think the whole armpit thing is like it's a subdom kind of thing, which is hot, and then B, there's the whole just like the smell of a man. Their sweat has to be good though.
See, that's a concern I would have.
It's about the pheromones. And only 10% of people have pheromones that you find attractive, which explains all of the bad sex.
I mean, that's the thing, like, people that, like, go to clubs and hook up afterwards, I'm like, I know they're covered in sweat. I know they're gross.
But you're a clean girly though.
I am so aggressively OCD.
You like the clean ones.
They have to be, like... They have to be so... Like, my ex... Absolute cunt. So, like, scruffy. Like, they had long hair, like, down to here. Fucking scruffy.
Do you think it put you off? You've been traumatized.
Maybe I have. Oh my god, my parents don't know about this guy.
Surprise!
So, anyway.
He wasn't just a friend.
They never met him.
He wasn't just a pen pal. He wasn't just
I
a
told my mum that I
manifestation.
slept over at his house once. And I was like, we're having a board game night. And mum's like, oh my god, I love that.
Mine's so wholesome.
It's funny though, because
What board was being played?
Honey, I
Was there a joystick?
No, I was the game that was being played.
Slay.
Anyway, I remember waking up the next morning, my mum phoning me and being like, where the fuck are you? I was like, oh, I'm at this house. She went, who? I was at the board game night. She went, oh, your brother's got COVID. Can you come home?
And you're like, no, I need to stay here and isolate.
I wanted to leave.
Oh, because of the scruff.
Just because.
Did he smell bad? Not that. But some people have good sweat, like nice sweat.
His was like, he will know who I am, but no one else is going to know who he is. He smelled like a video game convention. Like, you know when you walk into like a Call of Duty...
I can smell it right now.
Honestly. And like, I don't want to like shame anyone, but soap is cheap.
It's also like, know your smell, you know?
Exactly.
Like no one, like if that's your thing, that's your thing. But own it, you know? Lean into it. But that's why I like the boys that I like tend to have quite a like it's like, and when you're in Berlin, when you go into the sex clubs, nobody wears aftershave or deodorant because they like their men to smell like men. But
I want my man to smell like men.
I can smell the cum from down the hall.
The whole hallway smells of
Like, so those boys though, they like if you don't wear deodorant too much, because deodorant makes your sweat smell bad, so you buy more deodorant.
Wait, it does?
It's like a capitalist thing. If you get natural ones, it doesn't. But if you get like any of the big brands, there's like chemicals in it that changes the smell of your sweat, so that like you put it on, it keeps you fresh. But then when you sweat normally, it smells worse. So you go, oh, need to buy more Nivea.
New OCD fear has just been unlocked.
That's why I always buy naturals, and then it doesn't change your pheromones in your sweat. But then I also understand, like, you have to be like it's like you get like a clean or a rough gay. You're a clean gay.
I try to be like so clean. Mostly like again,
I mean, it's evident. Your man has a shaven face that could be royalty.
no, I want him to grow a beard.
I would love to see him with a beard.
He tries.
Jake, grow a beard.
He tries, but it just comes across as like scrub. Like mine's not great. Mine looks like pubes.
Tell him that if he doesn't grow a beard, then he doesn't live for the dolls. And you know who else doesn't live for the dolls, and you don't want to be in that category? Saying nothing.
You know the fuck you are. No, like I really want Jake to grow a beard. I feel like it'd be so cunty. I think what the funny thing is, right? Because I had a conversation with Jake a little while ago, and I was saying to, I was talking to Tanya, friend at work. I was talking to Tanya, and I was like, I forgot what it was we were talking about, but I said to her, I think I'm transforming into a twink. And Tanya turned around and she went, for the love of God, do not be a twink. They are fucking they're the worst people ever. And I told Jake, and Jake's like, I will leave your ass if you ever become a twink. It's like,
I fully agree. The twinks.
they're annoying as fuck. And some are lovely. But like, I hate the ones that are like, oh my God, I love that for you.
The accent. It's the judgment.
You're not American.
They also hate every other gay. And they're the ones who body shame you. See, this is why I like the kink community, because it's all body shapes, it's all sizes, colours, creeds, everything. And there's like a type for everyone. Like you'll see like a muscle queen and all he wants is the bear who's got the big dad belly, love, all that. Whereas you go to like a regular gay club and all of the like pretty gays, like they just like, you've seen that bitch. I was like, I'm sure the one that I thought was really hot, and then I was like, wait, I think he's one of the ones who hates my group of friends because they know who they are.
No.
Any gay event, if you're looking at the DJ booth, they're constantly at the bottom right next to the booth, and they just kind of look perfect, but like always look like they're having a horrible time. And I think they hate me.
Wait, is this not the finger?
Not the finger. Not the finger.
Not the
Different
finger.
gay. The big tall one. And there was like 3 of them, and they all had their tops off, and they all have great bodies.
Oh, the one when Scott was like, "Oh my God, let's just like migrate closer
Yeah,
to them."
and then we like,
Can we not?
and then we went there, and then they like moved away. I'm sure they hate me because I go to these events and I just have the time of my life, and my friends
you have fun.
also just have the time of their life and live their truth. And I think that all of those gays want to do that, but they have this image of themselves that they need to portray, so therefore they just hate everyone. On that note, funniest thing that's happened to me in New Zealand. So I met, obviously, my group of gays, slut dragons, hi. Best people on earth, fully now understand, because I was a girlies gay before. For those of you that don't know, you get girlies gays or you get gays. So, like, I had no real male friends.
I saw the Instagram story that you put.
Yeah.
It made me emotional for like no reason.
That's right, because I didn't know that I really needed like more male contact that wasn't sex, but like
There wasn't a massive cock in my ass.
all of my, but give me that too. But all of my friends for years, I always lived with women. My best friends were always women. I feel like I was kind of socialized female, and then this is the first time in my life like I live with gay guys. My friend group is all gays or like people who identify as male. Love that. Never had this many trans friends. Love them. But all of this like male contact and energy has been really good for me and my mental health.
Yeah.
It's like just nice to have people who actually get the journey that you're on. But I don't know why, because we're actually like the most wholesome group, as much as we're a bit X-rated sometimes.
But as you should be.
We have wholesome times. Like we literally like had a like Christmas dinner where we like just like sat. We did Secret Santa. Like everyone's so like, when I say these are the nicest boys I've ever met in my life, and there's this demon twink in Auckland that you may have heard of as a chef. That's all I'll say.
Is this the one that you messaged me about?
Yes.
Okay.
So when I started to fall in with my group of friends, this particular demon twink messaged me, and this is another reason why I just don't trust the twinks. Messaged me being like, if you play with dogs, you'll get fleas. And I was like, literally just I posted a lot, like, you won't get this because you've not seen Lord of the Rings, but I posted like the bit of when Saruman's like, what is the House of Rohan? But a thatched barn where the brigands drink in the reek and the brats roll on the floor with the dogs. Love Saruman. Love him. Christopher Lee. There's an old guy who I'm not attracted to, but because he's Christopher Lee, I would fuck, even though he's dead.
God.
R.I.P.
That leads on to another thing, right? Who was like your first like celebrity male crush growing up?
Robbie Williams.
Tell me why mine was the same.
Because because they like marketed him as a sex symbol.
But I don't understand
And
it.
he was kind of gay.
It was a little bit. Because like I didn't know what. So story time from my childhood. I was raised in a super Christian family, very religious. Father, Son, and the Holy Sleigh. So anyway, I was raised in a very religious family, and I didn't have any idea what gay was until I was 7 years old, watching Hollyoaks with my sister, and these two guys were like making out, and I was like, "What are they doing?" And Becky was like, my sister Becky, she was like, "They're apologising, they're saying sorry," and I went, "Oh, okay." Not long after that.
Kisses all friends after.
Not long after that, I don't know what music video it was, but I saw Robbie Williams, and I was like, "He's hard." But like my first like male dream was Michael Bublé.
Oh, also hot.
And I remember in my dream, I pretended I was a girl so I could kiss him because being gay was wrong.
Mine's slay though.
So that might have also stemmed from where my non-binary identity comes from. So I just want to thank Michael Bublé for...
And the church.
I was a Sunday school leader.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We had very different upbringings. So my family is like, I have no idea why, especially in Scotland. I don't know if they have this in England or anywhere else, but there's a real big, especially on the West Coast, which I'm from the East, so it wasn't that bad, but there's a big like Catholic and Protestant divide, and it's all to do with football teams, which fucking makes no sense at all to me. But so in general, people who are Catholic don't get with Protestants, and Protestants don't get with Catholics. For the last, like, I don't even know how many generations, like, on my mum's side, it's like, so my mum and dad, she's Protestant, he's Catholic. Her mum and dad, Protestant and a Catholic. his mum and dad, Protestant and a Catholic. Like, it goes back.
Very,
Very confused.
Very Romeo and Juliet.
Very, like, oh my God, we can't be with each other, so we should. It's, like, dangerous. Like, I might get sectarianly attacked, and that's hot. Like, yeah, call me a dirty Fenian. Oh. But
read me a Bible story.
Read me a Bible story, but it better be fucking Old Testament.
Tell me about Jesus, but make it about Mary.
Magdalene.
Magdalene.
I just want to wash those feet with my mullet.
My grandparent. Again, I heard my grandparents are watching because they're very strict Catholic, but they were the first proper people to accept me as gay. My mum was like, if you tell them, your granddad will fucking die.
The old school Catholics are all like that. I don't know why.
My grandmother was just like, my this house is always a safe space. And then mum was like, your granddad will die. And then my granddad was like, tell me something I don't know, Diva.
Love. My granddad's also very supportive, but my family are not religious. Like, I'm not even baptized or christened. They couldn't even be bothered. They were like, I don't go to church, you don't go to chapel, let's not bother. And
the only chapel he'll go to is Chapel Round.
They used to, like, I lived in a small rural community, and every, like, Christmas and Easter, because it was, like, a state-funded school, obviously, but they would, like, you'd have to go to church, like, for one of the services at Christmas and Easter, and my gran, love you, Lily, her house's back garden wall is like that side of the park, and then the church is on that side, and they used to walk us because it was a tiny town, so they'd walk like the whole school up, and my gran used to stand at the gate and be like, something bad happened, I need to take Robbie, and then instead of going to the service, I would be like watching like Lily Savage with my gran in her living room, who apparently never knew I was gay. She was like, I had no idea. I was like, I stayed at your house twice a week because my mum worked like 4 jobs, and we used to watch Lily Savage do each other's nails and like put makeup on. What the fuck was giving? Oh, he's going to be a rugby player.
That's like, because my mum's like, I've always pictured you to be like this like strong. I thought you were like a bit more feminine because you were like relating to women. She's like, gay men would be the best boyfriends for women because they just understand. I was like, would be the best boyfriends, but you show me a cooch. I'm like, what the fuck?
Exactly. Open. Lavender marriage. They're coming back in right now.
Isn't that what, I was going to say Philip Schofield. Not him. The For the Love of Dogs guy. He married his lesbian best friend so she didn't get deported. Is that what that is?
Kind of. So, like, an original lavender marriage comes from, like, old Hollywood, where it was, like, illegal to be gay. So, like, lesbian and gay people would get into relationships, would get into marriages with like a male and female couple, but they would tend to like always hang out in a social circle where like you have all these really cute stories of like famous people getting into like the car in their like couples, but then switching while they're in the car to the premiere, so they would sit with like their like gay husband or lesbian wife and then switch back for when they got out at the premiere. So it was all about like on surface, everyone thinks we're a married couple and we're straight, but it's actually like a beard kind of thing, like disguising and hiding the real relationship. But because the girlies have all worked out that straight men suck and gay men are fucking top tier shelf, and they'll do like, we won't complain. We'll go to the wedding and we compare our fucking dress.
We're top tier, but sometimes we're bottom tier.
I'm always bottom tier.
I'm just in the middle. I'm aggressively average.
I think I would be good in a lavender marriage, but I think I would make it my main character syndrome's too much for a woman. But if you're like a gay that's like less main character syndrome and like you're happy to be in a marriage, like these are becoming really popular now because the straight girlies want a partner, and the perfect partner who lets them go fuck anyone else is a gay man.
So it's an open relationship still.
Yeah, I think so. It's kind of changing because obviously in the past it was to hide from the law, whereas now it's like just a preference.
You know what?
Because who wouldn't want to marry a gay man?
You know what I do love though? Polyamorous relationships.
Love.
Couldn't do it for me. However, the concept of them.
If
it works for you, it works.
If I was in a relationship, I would be open. I don't know if I would coin polyamorous because there's a lot of rules and regulations, and some of it is bullshit. Sorry, But like
tears being
a
spilled.
lot of them like dismiss the relationship escalator, which I don't understand because it's this whole thing of not falling into the trap of like the monogamous relationship escalator. But my argument would be every relationship is an escalator. Like when me and you first met, compared to where we are in our friendship now, we have gone up an escalator.
Yeah.
Your fucking relationship with anyone that you meet, a work colleague, a boss, anyone, from the when you met to wherever you are now, you've escalated. So really the relationship escalator doesn't have to be dismissed.
Yeah.
But they get real fucking uptight about it. And I was getting in too many arguments with people on Facebook, so I had to leave all of the groups.
See, like, the thing for me, like, in a polyamorous relationship, the reason I couldn't personally do it is because I feel like I would accidentally, favourite one.
But then you could have you could have like there's different levels. So some of them have like a primary partner, so the favoritism's fine, because like your primary partner would be like the one. So like in your case with Jake, like he'd be your primary, but then everyone else, like you have the ability to be in a relationship with them, just not to the same degree and extent as the one that you have with Jake.
But I'd also be a jealous bitch. What if I'm the what if I'm not the primary? What if I am third wheeling? What if they're holding hands watching Titanic and I'm sat on a chair in the corner?
Then that's when you turn the lights off and make it a dark.
What if I'm the one holding the projector up to the wall?
Bit to the left. To the left.
The popcorn is burnt. Make it again.
Get down.
But still.
I'm also, I feel like, not ready for any kind of a relationship. Because even when I'm offered what I think I would really want, I get like the ick, and then I like run away. I'm just like free and easy, intimate relationships for a like small amount of time with a large group of men, absolutely fine with. But if you want to like let me fuck anyone I want, but also take me to the movies, I'll run on my own. I'm like, oh my god, what is this? Love, intimacy.
Are you the kind of person who has a one night stand and then you make sure they leave before breakfast?
Depends. Normally, I like to go to theirs so that I can leave when I want. I'd rarely bring them back to mine.
That's exactly why I don't do birthday parties. I had a birthday party for my 22nd, but like I hate parties in which I can't just leave.
I just like need to be able to get.
But I still left. I literally said bye guys and walked out my own birthday party.
I mean that's a slay.
I mean like
That's,
I was very drunk. I was like if I have one more drink I might throw up.
That's Gemma Collins level. Nah, fuck this. I'm at. I'm at.
I love that recent Gemma Collins video I saw where it's like me after like making friends in the smoking area. I think this is the start of something very special.
My favourite one of them is the Kim Kardashian. You know when they do like in reality TVs where it's like the drama and then it'll cut and it's just one bitch and she's just like, I can't believe that she said that and she's such a cunt. It was one of those like
Nikki from the Big Brother. Rest in peace.
Oh, I love her. But it's one of them, and it's Kim Kardashian and like whatever the fuck their new thing is, the Disney one. That's also a rogue choice, no? Disney and fucking Kardashians. Anyway, it's like gays with the girlie they met in the toilets after 1 minute, and she's like, I think that everything is going to go the way that you want because no one deserves that more than you do. And I'm like, I have been that gay. Like I am like. I love like the genderless toilets because now we get to be part of like the lips, like when they're like doing their makeup and they're like having their girly moments, and now we get to be part of it. And that, I don't know why, alcohol plus a bathroom full of women for me normally equates to me getting to know their whole fucking life story in about 3 seconds and then being like, you're the best thing that's ever happened. He's like, I can't leave him. And she's like, I've been with him for 23 years. And I'm like, that means nothing.
But mom, what I'm saying.
I moved my mum out of my dad's house.
Really?
Yeah. When I was 17, because he's a dick and I love her, love Yvonne. But she was like, it was like abusive. And don't know if she won't mind. She's not going to watch this. But basically, I was like, nah, I can't have this. Moved her out to my grand's house. See, this is why I was happy to be socialised by women for so long, because I always found the men in my life, other than my granddad, dickheads, waste of space. And the women were like carrying everything, like real strong bitches. And yeah, when I was 17, I had enough. Just packed my mum's car full of her shit and took her down the road, one town over, because fucking nobody lives more than 3 minutes from Lonehead. God forbid.
In Scotland?
In Scotland. Representing.
Oh, it's the leather kilt. It's the leather kilt for me. He was like, Robbie messaged me. He's like, I don't know what to wear. I'm having like an ADHD moment. I'm going to wear a leather kilt. And I was like, I just put on the bare fucking minimum because I can't be asked.
I'm really, really living my tall slut, no knickers. Tall slut, no panties moment. That should be That's going to be
the title of this podcast.
That should be the title of my autobiography.
I would.
Tall slut, no panties.
If you write an autobiography, though, I want a signed copy and I want the audiobook.
And the audiobook will have like examples where I'm like in the dark room.
Ad break for the audiobook. This ad break is sponsored by condoms.
People are like, why do you look... Because people always come up to me saying they think I'm like 24, 25, and I'm nearly 31, and I fully always just tell them it's all of the cum that I've taken directly I'm like drinking Life Source from the source, you know?
Fucking Agatha.
I'm
Agatha
literally
all along.
Agatha all along, and me in the dark room like... Down the road, make me look real young.
I wonder how much of this I'm going to have to censor for YouTube.
Probably a lot.
Nah, fuck it.
If I get you banned, I am sorry though.
But
it wouldn't be the first
I'll
time.
move it to Patreon.
Oh my god, we could get a Patreon. Get a Patreon.
I don't think anyone would pay.
People would pay.
Guys, would you pay?
It's the cost of a fucking coffee. Pay, you pigs.
Right, listen here.
Have one less fucking soy flat white.
Going back to the whole like camera thing, like people like speaking to the camera thing like alone. The reason I know that work don't check the security cameras as much as they claim is because the camera in the chiller, the amount of times I've walked into the chiller after being pissed off with someone, I go into the camera, I look at the camera and go, I don't know why you hired this person. Like, oh my God. Have you considered hiring someone that's actually fucking good at the job?
Constantly do shit I shouldn't in front of the work cameras, just to be funny. Because I really hope that like our venue manager looks at it one day and like maybe he's like, in my head I'm providing comic relief. Because
that's exactly why
realistically, they're only going to check the cameras for something really bad that happened, which honestly will not be me because I don't care enough to do anything really bad. As I've said to people before, like if I cared any less about the people that I serve, it would be considered a hate crime. But like if they were like, say someone stole loads of money and our venue manager's like real stressed and he's looking for the cameras and then all of a sudden it's just me in the chiller recreating the scene in Wicked where she smashes through the window and sings Defying Gravity, that would make his day.
What we would do, right, we're going to the chiller, get 2 kegs, we'll sit on the kegs, this.
And vape.
Just... Trigger the fire alarm. I'll be like, just know that money comes and goes, but friendship is forever. But not in this fucking shithole.
But I'm going home.
Take care of yourself.
I constantly love the fact that no one here watches Schitt's Creek, so I can just quote Moira Rose, and everyone thinks it's just me being great.
That is my comfort show.
Love.
I love Moira Rose. I like the one where, it's like, you could always grow your own peonies. Ha! We live in the dark times, John, but not that dark. It's just the fact that she laughs without moving her mouth. And when she does the episode in which she's doing the wine commercial.
Iconic.
I love Moira Rose.
I'm television's Moira Rose, and if you like fruit wine as much as I do, mine's is when she walks into work and she's like, "What? Is something wrong? Have I been let go? I won't make a scene."
My favorite is David and Alexis's relationship. It's like, let's go and get manicures. Yay, David! Yay!
She's the sister I always wanted growing up.
See, I have that sister.
I wanted
my little sister Kaya. Hi, Queen. Please don't watch this. My little sister Kaya. Love them to pieces. I fear that they are the Alexis, but in the best way. She's 14 years old.
Love.
She is like living
Is
at
she,
home.
like, developing like her cuntiness.
Yes. Oh my god.
Love that. Love the teenage danks.
Literally, the fact that she was like, we were like best friends at home. We were besties.
You still are besties.
Still are.
Just separate.
She asked me. She's like, we're doing like an animated TV series. Can you like record the theme song within the next 2 days? I was like, thank you for reaching out. That's all I wrote.
Thank you.
Thank you for reaching out. I'm hitting the microphone. I'm so shit at this.
It's a work in progress.
It is a work in progress.
Role
I've got that
models
mic over
and,
there. I got the blue Yeti over there, but like,
I don't know what that means.
it's the brand.
Brand of what?
What the fuck do you think it's a brand of?
I don't know.
It's a microphone. I'm pointing to the microphone.
Because we're talking about microphones. I'm not a smart girly, right? I did a communications degree. Like, literally.
You're not a smart girly. However, well versed in STDs.
Well,
Hi guys, welcome to Sparts.
I'm very well versed. I actually know, they fascinate me. It's more the education thing. Because, like, I didn't realise until I grew up that the mean girls taking the piss, if you have sex, you will catch chlamydia and die, is basically it. Because I left high school thinking that it was like, if you have unprotected sex, you'll catch an STD, and that's just the way that they work. And literally, that's not. There's so, like, it's all about like viral loads and like actual science, and you're immune. Some people are like naturally immune.
That's the thing. My biggest fear.
Your diet can help you stop getting them.
My biggest fear about this is, right, I'm not going to go into detail about, the backstory about like the whole moving talking thing. My biggest fear was like, I'm gay. Guess I'm getting AIDS.
I got told I would get AIDS. And this was before PrEP. It was a genuine worry for a while. But I think that's why a lot of gay people become like massive slags. Because before, like, sex for me now is like arguably my favourite thing to do. It's like, some people get into crocheting, I got into group sex. But before PrEP was a thing, it was stressful. I was like, condoms, no sex for 3 months after, just in case the condom broke, then I can have my HIV test and I'll know for sure that I definitely don't have it. Horrible. So then PrEP came out and they were like, oh, the worst that you can get now is like this little bacterial infection you can take a few pills for. I was like, give me the pills, bitch.
That's what, because I had the fear of it didn't end until last year, because I was at Big Gay Out and they had like a free like STD like testing clinic. I went there. I was like, you know what? Test me.
Give me the swabs.
So, we did all the tests.
What's your favourite swab? It has to be the throat.
My gag reflex, I can never.
Yeah, no, it's horrible, but like, I don't know what it is. Like, you can, like, I can fit a lot up there, right? But like, that tiny, dry cotton swab is the most uncomfortable thing ever.
I'm really happy I caught COVID in 2023 when we used to stop the nose.
I never had
A
that.
little sneeze.
I never got it.
I went to a Post Malone concert and got it.
I went to so many things where everyone else that I was with got COVID and I never caught it.
My whole family had COVID in our house. They weren't isolated. They were isolating inside, but they were just like walking around the kitchen, coughing, sneezing all over me. Didn't get it. One concert.
I fully... So, right, you remember at the start where it was like everywhere was like a really, really bad area in China where the government were like, if we see you outside, we're going to shoot you on the spot. Like, it was during that time, and I was arguably more active on Grindr than I'd ever been because I had nothing to do, and I was not behaving myself. And to just prefacing, not that it would be a problem if I had caught an STI, but I actually didn't have anything, but someone that I slept with had got in contact with me to say that they had symptoms of gonorrhea. So I had to go to the clinic where they were like minuscule staff because it was like everything was shut down and all of the nurse girlies had been put on COVID duties, and then I got judged. I was like, someone that I slept with recently, and they were like, you're not supposed to be outside your bubble. And I was like, I, I was not Glinda that day. I wasn't in no bubble. I was in a few bubbles.
But when I got this like STD test, I was like talking to them, and they were like, "So do you have like any concerns?" And I went, well, I'm gay," and they were like, "Yeah, well, it's a big guy out, darling. Everyone is. Everyone is." The lady that was like doing the whole testing thing, British, loved it. She's like, "Darling, everyone here is." Anyway, I did the test. I put in my email. They emailed me back, clean.
Ding, ding, ding.
No, she was like, "What are your biggest concerns?" And I went, "I don't know. I've just been like always been told that I'm gonna like catch AIDS." And she was like, "Darling, honey."
No, that's not it anymore.
She's like, "How many sexual partners have you had in the last 2 years?" I was like, "1." And she went, "Are you sure you're gay?"
I fully manifested becoming Samantha Jones, like from Sex and the City, because like I've been there in the testing room where they're like, "How many sexual partners?" And I'm like, "This month."
How many extended family do you have? Even your dad's not safe from me.
Or it's when they say, "And did you use condoms for any of them?" And I'm like, "What's a condom?"
Do you take PrEP? Like precautions or like preparations? What's PrEP?
I'm on PrEP every day. Every day. Because I thought that at first I was event-based, which is when you take the 2 pills. Then you had, like, before, right, if you know you're going to have sex, you take the 2 pills and then you take 1 pill for 2 days after. Because I thought I would be a drain on the healthcare system. And then I brought this up at my second appointment when, you get your, like, MOT done. And the nurse was like, "Babe, that's not how it works. Like, costs us way less for you to take PrEP every day and not be exposed to HIV than if you were to do this way and then actually get it." So I take PrEP every day, and then like if I do get lucky on my lunch break at work, then she's protected.
The funny thing is, I did one of those like online like thingies through I want to say it's Burnett Foundation.
Love the
Shout
Burnett
out,
Foundation.
love you guys. I'll see you in 2 weeks for the meeting. No, I remember going on the website because it was a couple of years ago. It was before I was with Jake, and I was active on Bumble. Didn't have any sex though. I was just like swimming through Bumble, like hoping to find someone. I matched with one of my old co-workers. It was really funny.
I've never had Bumble.
And like,
I'm a Grindr loyalist.
See, Grindr scared me. I was a 19-year-old twink. I was gonna be passed around like a fucking ragdoll. I searched. I was like, how do I get PrEP? Anyway, I did the like questionnaire survey thing, and then it basically just said, "You don't fucking need it."
They're like, "Girl, wear a condom."
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like the one thing like I realized is straight people get STDs too.
Yeah, but
and
they
it's
don't
not
know about it because they never get tested.
And the thing is, right, I just want to throw this out there. You're valid no matter what. Okay, if you get an STD, so what?
Like, no one calls you a slut when you catch the cold.
Exactly. Like, there's so much stigma behind it. And yeah, I was scared as well. There's so much stigma behind it.
This is another reason I love being gay, because the gays are like, I know girlies who have been made to feel like shit because they've caught an STD.
Like, and what though?
Literally, I love, on the flip side, the gays, we're like, I've literally, it's like, "Hey girl, sorry, just letting you know I had my test and I've got chlamydia, I know that I slept with you," and I'm literally like, "Okay girl, I'll go get tested." And then there was this one time I went and got tested and I also had chlamydia, so we had like a chlamydia party, because you can't have sex with anyone until like 6 weeks later to make sure you've got rid of it. So we were like, realistically, we can't sleep with anyone for 6 weeks, so why don't we all sleep together one last time? And
the season finale.
That is acceptance. That is destigmatizing.
That's basically my family with COVID. We're all gonna get COVID, so let's just cough and sneeze all over each other.
Exactly. Get it. I wish the STIs were like that. If you got them once and you couldn't get them again. I've actually had very little of them though. I've only had 3. And since my body count makes the SOM look like a very ungruesome affair, like them numbers are good.
Because your numbers are like, what, in the fucking thousands at this point?
We don't know.
Basically, we figured out that STDs are 1 in 800.
Basically, we found out that STDs are really a state of mind.
Maybe STDs are the friends we made along the way.
I think that I've not had one since I moved to Auckland. How, I have no idea. But
because it's very low here. I remember seeing a count.
No, like,
Apparently,
New Zealand
the
has
number of
real low.
the number of AIDS cases in New Zealand last year was 2.
Yeah, and most of their transmission is from outside, like visitors coming in. Like the actual domestic transmission.
One of them, what I remember seeing, looking at the news, one of the cases was actually a genetic thing. Because apparently you can contract like STDs and stuff through like genetics.
Slay.
So I just want to thank my dad for wearing condoms.
I would like. Well, my dad used to always go on about like when he would be like he thought he was like the man. You know, he's one of those like lads. And I just find it funny because I grew up always feeling really inadequate because I thought my dad was this big like, you know, like man's man player of a guy. Honestly, I could clear his number in a Thursday night. I have cleared his number in a Thursday night.
His number's 1, by the way.
His number, I fuck knows. He's probably like, yeah, fucked like 10 birds.
I fucked 10 birds in my lifetime.
I cleared 10 in my first
Robbie
hour at
Williams.
Trough. And I don't like. People are always like, oh my god, like what if you meet like a man and he's like hates the fact that you've slept around a lot? Well, that man would never be into me, would he? So like, I don't really care. If I get married, it will be to another slut.
I never had to have that conversation with Jake just because I know for a fact he would look at me and be like, bitch, you're a fucking OCD bitch. Sleep around, the only time you've ever been to another man's house is to fucking do the washing up.
I love like the mystery of a grinder hookup. Like I love being like, oh, I wonder what like what the room's going to be like. And honestly, line cook dick is the best. Like if you walk into this is my camera. This is a PSA, girlies and gay men. If you walk into a guy's house and he has no art on the walls, fluorescent lighting, a mattress on the floor, and just shit everywhere, will be one of the best dicks that you ever take. They know how to fuck, and they're normally like line cooks or like they work at McDonald's. Basically, the type of man that your mother would never be happy with you bringing home.
No, because I met a guy on Bumble and he brought me back to his house. And it was a university accommodation.
Did it have the breeze blocks walls?
The thing is, he really wanted it. I didn't, because I was too scared. I fucking kid you not. We sat in his bed, had a quick conversation. He scrolled through TikTok and let me play on his PS5.
Oh, that's cute though.
And then afterwards we looked at each other and then he was like, do you want to go home? It's like, yeah.
I love gay culture.
He then blocked me on Facebook, blocked me on Bumble, and I just thought, you know what? Dating apps just not for me.
You were like, I'm done.
No, because he also told me on our date that he was currently being stalked by his ex and he had to legally change his name.
Ooh.
So I don't know the mystery behind. I hope they're doing well.
I mean, they must be.
Also, fuck you for putting The Last of Us Part 2 on extreme difficulty to watch me struggle.
Fuck you.
So I hope you're doing well. Respectfully, cunt.
I hope you're doing well, but also hope you're not. And that's just the tea.
I hope your ex found you. No, I really don't.
Oh my god, imagine he did. Imagine he's dead.
They're married with 6 kids now.
I mean, at least he'll be in a
His
better...
ex was a girl.
He'll be in a better place. Bali.
A good place, season 5.
Oh my god, no. It's warm.
It is.
It's the leather kilt.
I wore a jumper. Oh my god, look at my hair.
Do you know what this is giving? This is, do you know, another thing I love about gay culture though, on the whole thing of hookups. I love going to a random guy's house. You meet them, basically take your clothes off immediately. You do things with this man that would make the devil blush, and then as you're leaving, he's like, "My name's Dave, by the way."
There's this person I follow on TikTok, and he's like, when you have like gay hookups with like a British roadman.
Oh, like love the off trade.
Yeah, and he's like, just don't tell anyone, yeah.
And then they block you after because they think that you're gonna show everyone.
And then they unblock you.
I like don't care. Like when I get blocked on Grindr after I've hooked up with a guy who's clearly like straight and hiding it, it's like, girl, you do know that I don't even care enough about the things in life I enjoy to go out and post things online about them. I'm not going to start blackmailing you now. Like, I don't care.
Yeah. I don't know. I couldn't do dating apps. Despite, I think it's hilarious that, like, every time I say that I met Jake online, everyone's like, oh, what dating app? I'm like, Discord.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's just
YouTube.
like video YouTube. Video back in the old days, before TikTok.
When YouTube was just a really simplistic logo.
I loved when YouTube was big.
2012 YouTubers, that hit different.
2014 was good because that's when all like the OG big ones, like all of this, like I love the drama, and when all of their like sexual harassment cases came out, I was like,
2016 YouTube, when Vine died and all the Viners moved to YouTube.
Got rogue.
One of my earliest YouTube, I mean, this is going to make me sound really, really young. One of my favorite, like early memories of YouTube for me was Troye Sivan's coming out video.
That's early for you.
Not really, in the sense that like I used to watch like YouTube in like 2008, like, you know, Monkey Riding.
I'm old as fuck. I remember like Charlie bit my finger.
See, I know, I remember that, but I was too young to really be on YouTube. Although, in saying that, another reason why I'm surprised that my mum didn't know I was gay for so long, I remember being 6 years old and searching up Lady Gaga performances of Bad Romance.
Lady Gaga fully saved me.
I remember being 6 years old and finding about the whole Lady Gaga penis scandal.
She did, like, when I went to the Monster Ball tour when I was in, this is 2010, I think. So I was in, like, S5 or something in high school. And I was kind of just at that point where, like, I had started telling people I was gay. And then Lady Gaga came along and she, like, made the gays the best thing since sliced bread because she was like, love them. And I was like, yes, queen. And when we went to that was at the same time that the whole dick scandal was going about. And literally, she got on the stage and she was like, hey, Glasgow, I don't know if you heard, but I've got a massive cock. Suck my cock. And then she sang Disco Stick. It was so good.
I remember singing that song in the car and my dad being like, don't sing that. It's like, why? He's like, you don't know what it means. I was like, isn't it like a pogo stick? She's having fun on her pogo stick. Lady Gaga is at the skate park right now.
She's at the skate park. She's bouncing along. She's meeting skater boys. Avril Lavigne's there and she's pissed off about it.
Lady Gaga's new Instagram story is her lying in a hospital bed. I've got a scooter ankle. I won't be able to perform tonight.
I love her. Although my friend that I went with made us leave as she was singing Bad Romance because she wanted her dad to get easy access without traffic. Bitch. And it was the one where she had that big cunty ball that she was in.
She's not for the dolls.
She's not. She doesn't live for the dolls.
No.
A lot of the straight girlies think they live for the dolls, but they don't live for the dolls. They want the doll to make their life more exciting.
Not naming names. On that note.
I'm not naming names, but...
On that note.
Have we talked about enough gay stuff? This has been literally... This has literally just been exclusively gay stuff.
It's the Pride episode.
I feel like everything should be the Pride episode.
I think it should.
We should do something at Big Gay Out.
I'll walk around my microphone. So, what are you listening to? I'm listening to the Prep commercial.
We should do stuff that's more iconic for each of our like sensibilities. So you should do something real wholesome, and mine will be stopping men being like, "How big's your dick?"
No, because I come across as wholesome.
But she's really a whore.
I'm not a whore. However...
But even if she was, that wouldn't be a problem.
No, I'm so fucking unhinged.
My nickname in the group chat is the unhinged Scottish person. Do you know that people have started, like, knowing me? Like, my friend was in Melbourne without me this weekend.
Bitch.
And some queen went up to them in one of the parties and was like, oh yeah, you're friends with that loud Scottish one.
I've got so much to tell you once we've turned off this camera. But, oh my god, right, you've not seen me at my most unhinged...
Should we?
Family bar.
We should plan.
Cage.
We should... You were in... You told me about the cage. I want to be in the cage.
The cage is fun.
I can't go in there anymore, though.
Yeah. I mean, I've stopped going. I think it's hilarious though when all the straight guys at work are like, we're gonna go to family bar. I was like,
But I'm not gay. Jesus.
On that note, guys, thank you for listening or watching this episode. You're gonna be watching it. It only goes on YouTube. But thank you. If you want to see Robbie again,
let us know.
give this video 1 like,
Give
and I'll bring him on again.
Give us a downvote and spit in my mouth.
That's Reddit.
Oh my god, I can't remember what each one of them do. Like, dislike.
Like, they've removed the dislikes. Like, comment, subscribe, share.
And fuck everyone that you want to fuck. With consent. Alright, I'm going to the sauna.